Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. Happy Thursday, and welcome to Pero Comma Podcast with myself, Liz, and the wonderful Colette.
Right there.
Oh,
Right there. Right
yeah.
there.
Wait.
Oh,
This way.
Yeah.
No, this hand. Golly, I really need to work on the mirror thing.
I'm telling you. I'm like, where is it?
So today we are going to be talking about Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton.
Yep, right there. Do you see it?
I had it right. So this, I'm just surprised I remembered. That's So Alana had recommended this book to us, or not recommend. She recommended, and I have not finished the book. I
Is it a
struggled
DNF
to.
or G?
I don't want to mark it as a DNF right now because it wasn't bad like that. It's just, it really, really gave me anxiety. So just to give some background about, I live in the woods, across the street, woods, next to me, woods. So when I go outside, it's pitch black and I do good all on my own, imagining shit out there. And this book,
Not for you.
no. Like I was literally in my kitchen and I'm walking through the living room to my room and I look and there's like a piece of the blinds where you can kind of see, at least to me, I'm like, I know they could see in here. If like somebody was standing there. No, someone is standing there looking at me right now, plotting my death. Because
Oh my God.
For me, it's not like, okay, so in Haunting Adeline, let's talk about the book so you understand why I feel the way that I feel about this. Haunting Adeline is about a girl named Adeline who's an author. And she moves in, her grandmother passes away and leaves her property. She does not have a great relationship with her mother. She moves into this Victorian style manor. Everything about this house, from what she said, I was like, I would love it. Now, this house is in the woods on a cliff. Only thing I'm missing is a cliff. I'm just missing a cliff. On a cliff, like literally at nighttime, you cannot walk out there because you can literally walk off the cliff. She talks about it in the book. And while at the beginning, her and her best friend, who works for a company that she's a hacker. Her best friend is a hacker and works with catching sex traffickers.
Yes.
So while her friend's like, girl, we need to get you out. We need to get you a boo. We need to go out. We need to get you a man. Let's go. And she's like, oh my God, I don't like going out. She's like, you're going to go. She goes out, whatever. She brings home this dude. This guy, I didn't even get to the point of the book where he tells her his name. What's his name?
Who? The first one or the main one?
Did he tell the main guy? The weirdo? Zayden. Okay, so I did get to that part. Anyway, Zayden sees her at a book reading. He falls in love. He's like, oh my God, she's going to be mine. That's it. I know what I got to do. Now, he is also...
No, you're not going to gloss over that. He goes and he sees her at her book reading. He's like, oh my God, I got to have her. And then he stalks her. He doesn't even go up there and say, hey, girl, you look good. Let me take you out. He decides, I'm going to stalk
Here's my number.
That's what I want to do. Anyway, please proceed.
So, after that is when she goes to the club. And she brings the guy home. She's so excited because this guy is fine. He's loaded. He talks good game. He checks boxes for her. Let's just put it like that.
All the things.
She takes him home. and she starts getting text messages
Yes.
to stop messing around, or he's gonna cut the guy's hands off. Whatever.
Yes.
You get it. He does it. He does the thing. He ends up stalking her, and that's where I finish. Oh no, I forgot a really key point. Okay, that's why I was telling you guys about this. Yeah. Because
that's the second guy. That's not even the first guy.
Holy crap. Rewind. Go ahead, Colette. You do this because I'm fudging it all up.
So the first guy she met, she brings back to her house, and she's messing around or whatever, and he is essentially watching her like a little weirdo. And he makes his noise outside or whatever, or bangs on the door. He does something. And so they get into an argument, and then she leaves because she's like, you know, there's someone at the door. And he's like, this ain't my house.
I'm sorry. That's some boy. Like, sir.
Like, please go ahead. Because if I'm finna die, I'm finna die by myself. I'm not gonna die with you, and you're a punk. Like, you just gonna make me
you
die.
might as well walk out the door because that's all you're about to do tonight. Is just leave my house.
So she kicks him out. And then she goes and she meets another guy at the club.
We forgot the main part of that whole thing.
Yeah, she finds her grandmother.
When he's leaving, he makes a hole in the wall. He punches the wall because he's mad. Because apparently they had history and she's strung him on, you know, so it's one of those things. And he punches the wall, makes a hole. When he leaves is when she finds these diaries from her great grandmother.
Yes.
Who also had a stalker and fell in love with her stalker. I understand you cannot help what you feel. But Adeline, let's talk real quick. Me, you, girl. You read your great-grandmother's diaries and no red flags? Like nothing that you didn't want to repeat history? Like you didn't feel any of that?
Yeah. You didn't finish it. So there's more to it.
The book. What? Oh. Yeah. See, this is exactly why I'm not going to DNF it. Because it does have that mystery factor that I like. That thriller, psychological crap that I like.
Yeah.
It's just the stalking. Go ahead, Colette. Go ahead.
So he leaves. Then he puts a rose. She goes back in her house because she's trying to figure out who's outside. She goes back in the house and there's a rose on the counter. How is the rose on the counter? Because the little weirdo left it. That's his way of courting her.
Ugh.
Anyway, I digress. So
wait. Gentlemen, any gentlemen, if we that watch this, does that sound normal to y'all? Is that something y'all like to do? Like, never happened. Never happened to me. You, Colette, you ever walk in and find a rose just randomly laying on your table? Okay.
No.
Maybe we're missing something.
I ain't missing nothing. She's missing some common sense.
Anxiety.
So she then finds her great-grandmother's diaries. She's reading them. She realizes that her great-grandmother has a stalker. Do you want spoilers? How far did you get? What's the last thing you remember reading?
I don't even know where my Kindle is. I'm like halfway. The last thing I remember is he tied her to her bed.
Oh. Then she meets the next guy that she meets at the club, and he's texting her at the club like, hey, don't be going upstairs with these dudes because they have like a VIP section. And he was like, you gonna make me have to go up, have to handle them. And she was like, whatever, I'm not gonna do that. And she leaves with the guy. And she has a glass exterior, like a, what do you call it? Like a
one-way glass.
It's attached to the house, but it's like
a Florida room.
Yeah.
That it's all windows and you could sit.
Yes.
That's what we call a Florida room here in Florida.
Yes.
I think only in Florida. Anyway.
I've only known it be called Florida rooms. When I went to Georgia, apparently they call it a sunroom. I'm like, okay. But I digress. And so she's in that room. So her little stalker is watching her as she's trying to get busy with the dude she met at the club. And he bangs on the door again because, again, he's a weirdo. And so the dude she's with is kind of crazy. So he's like, who's at your door? Let me go handle it. And so she's
he
like,
has
oh my God.
in the criminal world, right?
Yes.
And his
so
best friend Max, Max is dating her best friend. Or they're messing around.
They're messing around. Yeah. It never escalates further than that. So he goes, he's like, who's out here? He says, who's out here? And that's pretty much it. He gone.
Doesn't come back. Does not come back.
No, snatching up like, who are you talking to?
But he told her, he said, if he lays a hand on you, I'm cutting hands off. And sure enough.
And he did that. And he literally did that.
She came out her front door with a present. There was a present waiting for her. Yeah. Now, just so you guys know, if you haven't read the book, she does make police reports and do all of that. But what we haven't mentioned yet is that he is also a hacker who works catching sex traffickers. Now, I didn't get far enough, but I do know. I didn't get far enough. Does he work with her best friend and then she just doesn't know it?
She finds out eventually they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we find
but yeah, he basically hacks into the police. And he takes all the information. He pulls it out of he pulls the paperwork. I don't know. I guess he has people that work actually inside of the police station as well. So they pull the actual physical paperwork because, they fill it out.
They delete all records. Like there's nothing that.
Yeah, but when they do an actual police report, they don't put it on the computer. They have the actual handwritten, and you have to sign it. Like that's gone too. So there's nothing.
No evidence of her ever reaching out for help.
Correct. And so she's telling her friend, and her friend is trying to hack into the phone to figure out who it is. And she's like, man, whoever this is better than me. I can't even get into it because, again, he crazy. So crazy.
And she got like top of the line security system, cameras, everything.
And he hacked that and will leave her a rose and say, this is for you, beautiful sir.
Laughed about it. This little security system. They think they got me.
And then you'll get his point of view too, and he'll say something like, she got a security system. I was very much proud of her, but that couldn't keep me away. Sir.
And the thing is that he didn't even talk to her. He didn't even smell her. Like, how do you know she even smells good? Like, you over here become obsessed with this woman, never talk to her. What if you walk up to her? She has straight halitosis. You're killing people, stalking. All this time you're spending stalking this chick and you don't even know.
Yeah, that's a solid statement, Liz. That is a solid statement. Oh man. So eventually he comes into her house in her little sunroom, Florida room, whatever you want to call it,
where her great grandmother and her grandmother used to sit in a rocking chair. That's still there. I mean, I would do the same thing.
And he does this thing with a gun.
I got to that part. Unmentionable.
It's a lot.
And she still texts him after that. She still converses. Not even converse, because it's not conversation. It's literally just.
It's really not. It's more of a, what are you going to do? Like, she's very much turned on by the fact that he's stalking her.
Okay. So, Alana was supposed to be on here with us, but she was like, I didn't finish the whole book, and I don't want y'all coming for me because I like the book. And I'm like, I don't, it doesn't give you anxiety. It doesn't, she was like, think about it this way. This man will do anything for this woman. He will kill people. To have a man love you like that. I was like, I think.
I don't want that.
She's going to school for psychology. So she knows something we don't know. I'm guessing. So
Well, I'm not gonna start a cult.
let's. I'm going to put it faster.
But here's the thing. Apparently, it's a dark romance. Eventually, they fall in love.
How?
As I was explaining to this, because she hasn't gotten there yet. But for me, that's why I want you to read it, because for me, I'm reading it and I'm like, you have talked about nothing. I hate that. I hate when we have not conversed about anything at all, and then all of a sudden you're in love. What you in love with? What are you in love with? Tell me what he has done to make you fall in love. I don't understand.
The physical stuff, maybe?
That's not love. That's lust.
No, I know that, but she obviously. Well, from what I know of the book, from what I read, maybe because of what she reads. So in her grandmother's journal, her grandmother talks about this guy who's stalking her. Like first he stands outside in her lawn and just watches her. But over time he gets closer and closer. They end up falling in love. Now her great grandmother was married, had her grandmother already. And she started falling in love with the stalker, which caused her to fall out of love with her husband. Her husband became a drunk, all this stuff. But in the letters, she talks about her emotions for the stalker and all this stuff and how much she loves him. I think his name is Roberto, if I remember correctly. Ronaldo. And then her grandmother gets killed and they blame the stalker. Do we find out who really did kill her? Okay. Ronaldo. I'm thinking from what I've read, up to the point I've read, maybe those letters play a role into why she fell in love with him. Like,
no.
No? Okay. I tried.
And honestly, I like the great grandmother story better, because to me, from what she put in there, it seemed like they had legitimate conversations and there was a reason why she was falling out of love with her husband and in love with Ronaldo. This chick don't even talk to him. She don't know nothing about him. I'm pretty sure it was at 78% of the book, and she was like, well, what's your name? You never told me. He was like, you never asked. What do you mean? You done hunched like 52 times. I don't understand. I'm just so...
Honestly, even getting as far as I got in the book, I don't understand the hype. So you like the grandmother's story better?
Yes, it's not a lot, because their grandmother typically writes like maybe a page.
Yeah, and then puts her lips at the bottom.
Better. Yeah, but it still unfolds a lot better. Because she still tells, like, this is what's happening. Yeah, and then she tells what's happening with the husband as well. So you get to see both sides of why. But as far as her, she just weird. Just all there is to it. Weird.
I agree.
And then at the end of the book, I can see why there's a second book. I'm not reading that. I don't care. You can die.
Yeah. For me. We'll let you guys know if I finish the book, but I mean, I don't want that book. I don't want any DNFs this year, but
child, please, I got what? 3?
So yeah, Haunting Adeline.
Haunting Adeline, y'all. I gave it 2 stars. It was the lowest rated book this year.
Why 2? I was gonna say why 2. The great grandmother.
The writing itself is not bad, and the great grandmother story is actually pretty okay.
You just didn't. I get what you're saying though about like the chemistry. There was just no buildup in it. It was just, I hate him. What is he doing to? I love him. That's how. Okay.
Yeah, I hate him, but I'm gonna allow him to have sex with me though. What? What just happened? Yeah. And then the way he does things, and I'm like, she's saying no, sir. Where I come from, that's called the R word.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So
Maybe Stockholm syndrome.
child, I don't know. I don't know. And then like there's one scene where he chases her in the woods because again she lives in the woods.
Hell no. At night, where she could fall off
At
that
night
cliff.
and it's raining, right? And they end up doing it. And he puts her against a tree. And everybody's like, I love that scene. And I said, what? All I'm thinking about is my back is gonna be rubbed off.
Wait. if you take away the stalking,
no,
and the running after her, everything else sounds great.
No, you have me up against the tree.
Yes, in passion, that would be amazing.
No, my back gonna be scraped off, and you trying to no. Anyways, trash. And then there's this scene at the end of the book. Like I understand where they get interesting because at the end of the book, she kind of gets enveloped into his world, where people find out that he's, I guess, attracted to her or dating her or whatever you want to call it. So that plays into it because they figure out who he is, because no one knows who he is. Even though he runs that hacking business and he helps out with like the trafficking and everything like that, no one actually knows who he is because that's how he's able to infiltrate and do what he does to save these people. But they find out, or a group of people find out, and they go after her.
How did you feel about that part of the book?
That was interesting. That's what gave it 2 stars. But that's literally like maybe 10% of the book. Like you're literally at the end of the book before that picks up. So it's like, okay.
I'll finish it eventually.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know if I think anything else. But right now, I just don't. It's not my thing, and I know that it has a great following, and not
my cup of tea.
It's just not for me.
I agree. So yeah, let us know if you want to read that, or if you read any other type of dark romance that you would recommend that has a legitimate plot and a reason for people to like each other. Because I can't.
For me, I thought dark romance was like paranormal, kind of spiritual, like.
I didn't think that.
All that stuff I did, and but there's some of the stuff I like, but this just wasn't it for me as of right now. I don't know how I'll feel when I finish it. Credence wasn't for me either, so.
No, I said I'm gonna give another dark romance book a shot, and if that third one doesn't hit, then I'm so sorry. I'm just done. That's not for me.
I don't know. Is One Dark Window a dark romance? Is that considered a dark romance?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So if you guys got a dark romance that you think we would like, hearing what we've already said about the 2 that we've read. Well, I mean, Butcher and Blackbird is considered dark romance. I don't think that's dark romance. But anyway, if you I didn't think so. But yeah, if you guys have any that you like or that sounds like something we might like, let us know. We would appreciate it.
Yeah. I found one I'm gonna try.
Oh, okay, which one? I was gonna say something else.
Valentine. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah.
We did talk about that.
So we had an idea of books that we've read that were like WTF. Like, what is this? How did you get published? Ain't no way. So Liz has a book that she's going to give me that she felt like was what's happening. And I read a book that I'm going to recommend to Liz that is what is happening. And then we're going to converse about it and see if we feel the same way or, with different opinion. So my book recommendation is called Terms and Conditions. Now, Terms and Conditions is by, there's a major book by Lauren Asher, is her name, called Terms and Conditions. But that's not the book I'm talking about.
I was gonna say, because Alana said those books are good.
Yeah, no, I've seen them all over the place, but that's not the one I'm talking about. This one I'm talking about is a hood novel. You're welcome. By T. Lynn. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, so there you go. And I'm going to share it with you right now so you have it. And then what's the book you have for me, Liz? Oh, Jesus. What's the book you have for me, Liz?
Okay. No judgment, y'all. Mm-hmm. So, somebody mentioned this book in one of my Facebook reading groups, and when I saw the name, I was like, there is no effing way somebody wrote this book. Mm-hmm. I went to Amazon, and sure enough, it was book. It's called, I'm just gonna.
Mm-hmm. Look at it. The Haunted VJ. Mine is so much more. I can't wait to read it because. Oh my God.
Let me read what it's about. It's difficult to love a woman whose vagina is a gateway to the world of the dead.
Okay.
Steve is madly in love with his eccentric girlfriend, Stacy. Unfortunately, their sex life has been suffering as of late because Steve is worried about the odd noises that have been coming from Stacy's pubic region.
What? There's noises. I gotta change my book. I can't give you terms and conditions. No.
Wait, we're not done. She says that her vagina is haunted. She doesn't think it's that big of a deal. Steve, on the other hand, completely disagrees. When a living corpse climbs out of her during an awkward night of sex, Stacy learns that her vagina is actually a doorway to another world.
Okay.
We're not done.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Okay.
She persuades Steve to climb inside of her to explore the strange.
Go ahead. Steve is climbing. Go ahead.
She persuades Steve to climb inside of her to explore the strange.
Go ahead. Steve is climbing. Go ahead. God.
Steve. She persuades Steve to climb inside of her to explore this strange new place. But once inside, Steve finds it difficult to return. It gets better.
Okay.
Especially once he meets an oddly attractive woman named Fig.
Oh my God. Oh.
Who lives within the lovely haunted world between Stacy's legs.
Oh my God. What is happening? Oh.
Oh my God.
I need you to leave that group. These people gonna get you, Liz. I need you to leave that group. Oh, Jesus.
I want more like this.
Wait. I said, wait.
I'm gonna look up the offer right now.
Oh, Jesus. What? Oh, God.
I'm crying.
Oh, my God.
I got snot coming out of my nose. I'm snorting.
Oh, my God. I have to find something outrageous. Okay, you guys, that's the idea. That's the book she has for me. I have to change my book. I can't. Dang, Liz. I don't think I have anything that outrageous. Have you read it yet? You haven't read it.
I've read the first chapter. Yeah, I mean, I could read it.
Let's put it together. Because.
We should read it on live.
Oh, jeez.
No, we would get. Oh, jeez.
I just purchased that on my Kindle because I don't need that physical book in my house. Okay. We will tell you.
Oh.
My God. All right. I'm going to have to change my book list. Yeah. Mine is a hood novel. I read it and I was like, what the hell is this? But it has nothing on what you want me to read. Oh my God. All right, cool.
I gotta read
cool,
it.
cool.
You gotta read it with me.
Yeah. I'm gonna read that. It's on my Kindle now, so. All right, you guys. Well, that concludes this video. Again, let us know if you've read any dark romances. If you have any recommendations. Is this a book you would want to read? Is that a book that you want to read that Liz wants me to read? The Haunted of JJ?
You guys want to read it with us?
That sounds like a good read.
It's only, The Haunted of JJ. It's only like 92 pages, I think.
Oh, so it's a short story.
Yeah, 89.
89 pages.
Oh,
okay.
90.
All right. That was the best closing ending to any video we've ever done because what was that? I love it. I can't wait. Okay. Yeah. We'll follow up with you, let you know what we thought. As always, you guys, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. If you stuck around this long, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. And we will see you all next Thursday.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.